Hi guys, dream big. This is my topic for today, and it was stimulated by a conversation I had on Saturday night actually when I was at a party sitting next to a guy at the dinner table, and it turned out that he wanted to be a transformer when he grew up. And of course now he was an adult, and I thought that was super cute. But what was interesting about this is this particular guy was an expert in the IT field, in the security sector. He was also an excellent gamer in his part-time, in his spare time. That's what he did for leisure. And I thought this is the perfect example of how you can, really create your childhood reality into an adult life. It's just not exactly in the way you might have thought it could happen. But if you had to conjure up what a transformer would be in adult terms, it really makes sense to have some sort of sci-fi fantasy playtime and really, intellectual technology-ridden daytime job, I guess. Now what happened was, this got me to thinking, because I'm a really big believer in that your childhood dreams and what you wanted to do as a child are a huge indicator to what your purpose or your passion is. There is a bit of a trick to this though. There is a little glitch in the system that can get very obscured. So I'd like you to listen till the end, because I'll let you know what that is so you don't fall in the trap, or maybe you have fallen in the trap and want to recognize why things aren't flowing so well for you. You see what happens, there's two sides. One, we could look back at our childhood and remember what we really desired to be, who we thought we were going to be before we had the limitations and the conditioning from society and other people in our lives that may have narrowed down our dreams based on their own fears or their thoughts on what was possible. Whereas if we can dream big, we can really create anything we like in our lives. It just might not be in the way that we imagine it manifesting. So say, for example, we wanted to be a transformer. This makes perfect sense that we could become an expert in technology and have some playtime doing the gaming side where you can live in a sci-fi fantasy. But there's the second part of this, and that is when we do have childhood dreams, but we all also have childhood situations that give us the warm fuzzies, give us the feeling of acceptance and being like a good girl or a good boy. And what I mean by this is, I'll give you an example. Say there's a little girl, she's 6 years old, and her mum is struggling and needs a bit of help around the house with the other siblings, with the housework and whatnot. So when the child is playing with her dolls and making extravagant dresses out of scraps of fabric and coloured cardboard and anything she can find around the house to get creative and make all these outfits for her dolls, she gets taken away from that and asked not to do those kind of activities and instead help her mum around the house, maybe cooking dinner, maybe looking after the younger children. And when she does these jobs for her mum, the mother praises the daughter and says, what a good girl you are, you're so wonderful at helping out, you're a really good help to other people, and you're really good at looking after other people, you're so wonderful, we love you for all the help that you give us. So when the child receives these compliments, naturally they feel treasured and like they're important, and that's conditioning. It's basically making the child feel that when she helps other people, she's a good girl, she's loved, and therefore she gets this kind of warm fuzzy inside that is a real warm fuzzy, but it's not based on her truth, it's based on her conditioning. And therefore when she grows up, she may choose to become like a nurse or a massage therapist or some other caregiver where she can play out those roles of giving and looking after people. And this seems like the right thing to do for her as she comes into adult life. Yet she's forgotten that back in the day, she was super creative. She wanted to be a fashion designer. She used to explore all the ideas of using different techniques and different fabrics and different materials to get very unique and creative ideas. But that went on the wayside because none of that gave her any praise when she was younger, and therefore it doesn't resonate with feeling good feelings, emotions, and compliments. So there's a lot of this going on in our society. We think this is the right thing to do for us because that's where our skills lie, but our passion is actually deeply hidden under some of the conditioning that we have had during our lifetime, particularly in our childhood. And this is what it's all about, is diving deep, and journaling is an amazing way to kind of discover what's underneath the existence of what you're playing out right now. I can give you some journaling techniques. In fact, there is some on sirensoul.com. But at the end of the day, if you want to find your true passion and purpose, take some time to either meditate or journal back into that little child that you were. And remember, if you can't remember off the top of your head, take some time just to go within and sit with the idea and see what memories pop up. What was it that you used to do as a child that could actually play out in an adult version of the same sort of thing? Anyway, I'm big into the idea of dreaming big. I swear I could have been an astronaut if I had wanted to. And this is why I want to encourage you to discover what that dream was when you're little. And we can strip back the layers, strip back the conditioning using things like Psych K or hypnosis, creative visualization, and other techniques that we can talk about later. Well, good luck with your journaling. Let me know how you go in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, you're a star and the world needs your light. So I look forward to finding out what your passion is so you can share it with the world. Thanks, guys.